Hello, everybody. I'm Elwirfy, and today we're going to be talking about this idea of having a niche, or like you want to make something and you want to be specific about it, or you want to go into a certain direction with your channel, but you aren't too sure what's going on. The idea of making a niche is the concept of you're gonna do one thing, right? Like if you look at my channel right now, and I'm using my channel as an example here. Let's close that. I'm using my channel as an example in order to kind of show off the fact that going into a niche can be helpful, right? So I've already entered the niche of just discussion style videos. As you can see, all my discussion style videos tend to get much more views, and they tend to be they resonate more with the audience, I've noticed. And that's great. That's fine. Super happy to see that everyone's really been enjoying the niche that I'm in. It's kind of hard to talk about niches without talking about your own channel. That's why we're looking at my own channel as the example. Because if you'll notice, I do have some gameplay videos, like this one right here. And we're going to mute the channel just to be safe. So here's the, a video of me playing custom zombies, right? That got 32 views. But then this one, another custom zombies one with a friend, and that got less views. So clearly people on the channel don't really care about the gameplay videos, or at least the long ones, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. It would just mean, we'd want to change and edit the way we do that kind of gameplay. So I'm going to be working on that in the future for trying to make shorter clips so that way you guys can find it more watchable and more enjoyable. That's something I'm working on. But importantly, I want to point out, niche-wise, clearly my longer videos here, if you scroll down, we look at my long gameplay videos, for the most part, barring a few exceptions, like the foxhole videos, you'll notice people don't really watch it. Nobody really cares about it. It's really unfortunate. It kind of sucks. But it kind of lets you see what people are interested in and what people are not interested in. And obviously my shorts did okay. They're okay. They're not doing the best, obviously, because funny enough, if you actually scroll down and you want to hear my opinion on just little itty-bitty bits of YouTube advice, I've got a bunch all listed right here. But unfortunately, again, they're all buried, so no one's really watching those. The way YouTube Shorts work is, they kind of just die. They don't resurface and stuff like TikToks do. So I tried doing YouTube Shorts, did not work. I think I actually lost some subscribers doing that. So that's important to note. Sometimes if you change your niche, people won't want to keep watching you, and it really sucks when that happens, because you want people to be watching you. You want people to be enjoying your content and the way you make your content. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. You can't always be doing something that everybody wants, that everybody's excited for. So you gotta be able to balance out the fact that, do you want to do something that you're enjoying doing, or do you want to do something that everyone else is enjoying doing? Like, for example, if I didn't like making these videos where I just talk to you guys, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be doing something else. Who knows what I'd be doing? I might be doing more miniature painting. I might be trying to find games that are shorter, that I could do in 10-minute chunks. That way you guys like it, because clearly the 10-minute videos are something you guys are after. That's something you guys enjoy, because I guess attention spans have dropped significantly and nobody wants to sit through an hour-long video. I've been curious about doing a Let's Play. Feel free to comment on that. If you like Let's Plays, let me know. I'm happy to try that out. Although it's been a while since I've done it, so we'll have to pick a game that's probably pretty good for it. I mean, because if you look at the video I made about, Planet Base, which is a great game, I love that game, but nobody watched it, right? 14 views compared to what I'm getting right now. Obviously, that's not very good. People don't really care about Planet Base, and that's okay. Hey, you guys don't like the game? No problem. I just want to make sure if we do get into another game and it's like we're really into it, I want to make sure that it's going to be something that everybody enjoys, that everyone's having a good time with. I mean, look, I made this Warhammer video about 8-player co-op and stuff, talking about it, but it was a 4-hour video, so nobody watched it, right? Nobody cares about these long videos. So even though my niche originally was making long videos, I've obviously changed my content for the most part, and this seems to have been working out. People have been really enjoying it. I've really enjoyed seeing you guys in the community posting things. I'm always trying to reply to you guys as much as I can, as much as the notification bell will let me see your stuff. I'm still posting stuff in the community tab. As you can see, ever since we got the community tab, we have, had wonderful support. Even when stuff like 4 hours ago, we already have 3 votes. If everyone's saying 3 different things, that's crazy. And, I really like seeing all this stuff. And we're going to make a full video talking about kind of just acknowledging the comment section or the community tab section, which is going to be great. I'm super excited to make that video. But yeah, when you do your niche, something you should also think about is this idea that just because you're going into a niche doesn't mean you can't have multiple niches going at the same time. What I would suggest is possibly making a playlist, right? So if you look, I have a playlist for all this new kind of content. That way everyone could listen to it in like a structured, simple way. And if you look, my first videos did so much better. I don't know why they're doing better than my newer stuff. Maybe it's just because they're newer. Maybe it's the style of the videos. Maybe it looks more clickbaity here or less clickbaity. I don't know. I just don't know why they're doing so much better than my newest stuff. I think it might be the thumbnail about how provocative it is, or I try and make sure that my thumbnails are eye-catching and interesting, but at the same time they're not going to be something that's like overtly like kind of lying or something. I don't know. I'm still experimenting with thumbnails and stuff. Thumbnails actually takes up more time for me than actually making these videos, which is weird to say, but the thumbnail's really hard. You got to put a lot of effort into making it. Maybe I already made a video about thumbnails, but perhaps I'll make a video talking about how I make thumbnails, if I haven't already done that. Let me actually check real quick. But see what I mean? That's the interesting thing about doing a niche. And you know what? I don't see anything about thumbnails. Oh yeah, no. How I think about thumbnails, right? I made a video about that. But the actual process of making a thumbnail is quite a pain. So that's my point, though, is that you go through and, like, I have this new niche, which is great, and I love it. And I love seeing the community feedback, and I love being able to talk about things that are important to me, and people actually seem to care. They like I get likes on the videos. It seems to be going well, so I'm going to keep doing it. And that's my niche now. I've kind of transitioned myself. I've chosen a new niche for myself, and the audience, fortunately, thank you guys, has decided to follow along and join me in this wonderful journey of talking about different things that are important to me, and I'm super excited. I'm super happy to see how the channel's been progressing and going. So if you want to make a niche and you're thinking, well, I want to make a niche about, pottery or something. I want to work with my hands and mold clay pots. I'm like, shoot, go for it, But make sure that whatever niche you're doing, you're making sure that it's consistent, and that you're not just like, I'm going to try one thing, I'm going to try another one thing, I'm going to try another one thing, and then people won't really know what your channel's about. They won't be able to relate to it. They won't be able to connect in a way that is kind of, I would say, consistent. So that way, like, they're like, oh, this is the pottery channel, right? People think about your channel in certain ways. Like, for my channel, it was, oh, this is the place where you watch long-ass live streams. But nobody wanted to watch that. So I decided, you know what? I want to make stuff where I can just talk to the community. Because I feel like deep down, I've always wanted to have a channel all about having a YouTube community. And fortunately, that's kind of what we did by just making videos talking about the community, which I think is super awesome. So that's my new niche, is just talking to you guys. So if you guys want to make a niche about, like, farm animals, or, or heck, any type of, like, a specific video game, that's totally cool. There's plenty of channels actually that are really successful just talking about one video game. I know League of Legends is supposed to be a super popular niche to go for, although I bet you it's oversaturated now, just like Fortnite and any other trendy game that's going to date this video. You want to just make sure that your niche is something you're enjoying, because here's the thing, right? Like, if you look at someone like Husky StarCraft, he only played StarCraft 2 and it was great. He had a lot of video, he had a huge following, but he got sick of it. He got burnt out. And ultimately, I think it drove him to the reason why he deleted his channel, which is super disappointing, because Husky StarCraft was my inspiration to get into making YouTube videos, because I love seeing the gameplay and, like, analyzing things and being strategic. So that was super disappointing when it got deleted. So I think if you pick a niche, you got to make sure you enjoy it. You got to make sure there's enough variety in it that you're able to continue making it, and make sure that you don't yourself get sick of it. And the way I see it is, you also want to make sure that the video is something you want to watch, right? So if you're making a niche about something and you're trying to be unique and different, make sure that you go back and you watch your video and you're like, hey, did I get good value out of that content? Did I enjoy seeing that content? Because that'll let you know if you're doing a good job in the niche, or if you need to switch out of the niche into maybe a different niche. Because the truth is, this idea of a niche is kind of arbitrary, because the whole point of YouTube is making stuff that you enjoy, that you want to make. So if you like get really into something, obviously, and you make a bunch of videos about one thing, there's a niche right there, but you could easily switch. It's not that hard to switch. If you look, my final point on this is that it wasn't that hard for me to switch. You know, I made, videos about all kinds of different stuff, but then I made just reacting to comments and talk about my life on YouTube, and I just transitioned from there. It was a very smooth transition, I think. And if you do want to change into a specific niche, make sure the transition is smooth. I think that's super important. Anyway, guys, as always, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time. Take care, everyone.